Today, I want to share a powerful story with you. It's a story that proves one simple, beautiful truth. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness can completely change a person's life. Picture a sprawling, crowded city. In the shadows of its busy streets lived a thief. Now, he wasn't a dangerous criminal, not someone you'd see in the headlines. He wasn't proud of what he did. In fact, he felt a deep sense of shame. He was just a man who had taken a wrong turn somewhere along the way, and now he didn't know how to find his way back. Every night, under the cover of darkness, he would slip through the quiet alleys and steal small things, a phone from an unattended table, some cash left on a counter, a wallet from an open bag. It was just enough to get by, just enough to survive another day in the unforgiving city. But with every stolen item, the emptiness inside him grew. He would look at his reflection and see a stranger. He knew deep down that this wasn't who he was meant to be. He just felt trapped, with no idea how to start over. One afternoon, the sun was relentless. The heat was a physical weight, pressing down on the city. The air shimmered, and the pavement felt like a hot plate. People scurried for shade, hiding in doorways and under awnings, but the thief had no place to go. He wandered aimlessly, his throat parched and scratchy. His body felt heavy and weak from dehydration. A wave of dizziness washed over him, and his vision blurred at the edges. He felt like he was on the verge of collapsing right there on the street. As he staggered through a bustling market, his eyes fell upon a small, humble juice stall. It was run by an old man with kind, weathered eyes. The stall was as simple as it gets, just a few glasses stacked neatly, a large jug filled with fresh, glistening juice, and a faded umbrella that barely offered any real protection from the sun. But the old man possessed something incredibly rare in that harsh city, a genuine, warm smile that reached his eyes. The thief hesitated for a moment, then shuffled closer. He said softly, his voice raspy, "Uncle, can I have a glass of juice?" The old man looked at him, truly looked at him. He didn't see a thief or a vagrant. He saw a young man's tired, desperate eyes. He saw the exhaustion etched on his face, the hunger, the silent pain. With a gentle voice that was like a cool balm on a burn, he said, "Of course, my son. But first, drink this. You look exhausted. You can pay me later when you feel better." That single sentence hit the thief with the force of a physical blow. Pay later? Trust. Kindness. For him, he couldn't remember the last time someone had shown him such simple, unconditional trust. No one had spoken to him with that kind of warmth in years. He felt a lump form in his throat. He took the glass the old man offered and slowly drank the juice. It was cool, sweet, and incredibly refreshing. But it felt like it was doing more than just quenching his thirst. It felt like it was washing away years of grime from his soul, reviving something deep within him that he thought was long dead. When he finished, he put the empty glass down, quietly turned, and started to walk away. But after just a few steps, something stopped him. It was an invisible force, a feeling he hadn't experienced in a long time. A voice inside his head, clear and insistent, whispered, "Go back." He stopped in his tracks. He took a deep, shaky breath, the kind you take when you're about to make a life-altering decision. He turned around and walked back to the old juice cellar, his heart pounding in his chest. Standing in front of him, he looked the old man in the eye and asked, his voice trembling slightly, "Uncle, why did you trust me? You don't even know who I am." The old man's smile didn't falter. He replied, his voice full of wisdom and grace, "My son, kindness costs nothing. And you never know. Sometimes a small act of kindness can bring about a big change in someone's heart." Those words, they struck the thief like a bolt of lightning. He felt tears welling up, hot and fast. His chest felt heavy, but not with emptiness, with an overwhelming wave of emotion. It was as if, for the first time in forever, someone had finally seen him. Not the thief, not the outcast, but the human being underneath. With trembling hands, he reached into his pocket and pulled out the money he was carrying, money he had stolen earlier that day. He placed a 1,000 rupee note on the old man's simple wooden counter. With a shaky voice, he said, "Uncle, you didn't just give me a glass of juice today. You gave me something I thought I had lost forever. You reminded me that I can still be a good person. Thank you. Thank you for giving me hope." The old man gently placed his hand on the young man's head, a paternal, comforting gesture. He said, "Every person has goodness inside them. Some people just need a little reminder, sign that their heart is still alive and beating." That day, right there at that humble juice stall, the thief made a decision. It was a silent promise to himself, a vow that would change the entire course of his life. He never stole again. He started small, taking on odd jobs, carrying loads, cleaning shops, whatever he could find. He worked hard, earning his money honestly, 1 rupee at a time. It wasn't easy. There were days he was hungry, days he was tired, days he wanted to give up. But then he would remember the taste of that juice and the kindness in the old man's eyes. Piece by piece, he rebuilt his life, found self-respect in his hard work and dignity in his honesty. Years later, whenever someone would ask him, "What changed you? What was the turning point?" he would always smile and reply, "It was a glass of juice, an old man's kindness." The moral of this story is profound and simple. Small, seemingly insignificant act of kindness can awaken the humanity dormant in someone's heart. Never ever underestimate the power you have to do good, because your one small gesture could be the catalyst that changes someone's entire world. Thank you so much for listening. If this story touched you, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire. See you next time.